Tesla shareholders have just approved a $1 trillion compensation package for CEO Elon Musk, the largest payout ever awarded to a corporate leader.
Tesla shareholders are set to vote on a new pay plan for CEO Elon Musk that could make him the first trillionaire. Musk has threatened to walk away from the company if he doesn't get what he wants. He is already listed as the world's richest man with a net worth of more than $500 billion, according to Forbes.
Imagine waking up to headlines screaming that Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, could soon become the first trillionaire in human history. That's right. Tesla shareholders are about to vote on a pay package worth a staggering $1 trillion. It's not a rumor, not a meme, not a wild social media theory. This is real, and it's shaking the entire financial and corporate world. The question is simple but explosive. Should one man be allowed to hold that much power, that much money, and that much influence, all tied to one of the most valuable companies on Earth? For millions of Americans and Canadians who followed Musk's roller coaster career, this moment feels like the climax of a movie. The rebel engineer who broke every rule of Wall Street, now standing at the edge of unimaginable wealth. But behind the headlines, there's something much bigger happening. This isn't just about Musk or Tesla. This vote could redefine corporate capitalism itself and change the balance of power between billionaires, investors, and the ordinary people who depend on these companies to keep the economy stable. So let's talk about how we got here, because this trillion-dollar bombshell didn't appear overnight. Back in 2018, Tesla's board approved what was already considered the biggest executive pay deal in history. Around $56 billion if Musk hit a series of massive performance goals so big that most analysts thought he'd never achieve them. But he did. Tesla's market cap exploded from around $50 billion back then to well over $600 billion today. He built rockets that return to Earth, brain chips that connect to computers, and an electric car empire that forced every major automaker from Ford to Toyota to chase him. He didn't just win, he changed the rules of the game. Now, Tesla is preparing to go even further, not just rewarding Musk for what he's done, but betting the company's future on what he might still do. The new pay package being proposed could catapult his total compensation near the $1 trillion mark over time, depending on Tesla's growth, market value, and future projects. It's beyond anything corporate America has ever seen. But here's where it gets controversial and dangerous, because some investors and analysts are furious. They're calling it corporate insanity. They argue that no CEO, no matter how visionary, deserves a payout larger than the GDP of entire countries. They fear Musk's growing power could destabilize the company, especially with his unpredictable behavior, political outbursts, and growing list of ventures outside Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, X formerly Twitter, and now hints of moving Tesla's legal headquarters to Texas. Critics say this isn't a reward for leadership, it's a blank check for a man who already treats Tesla like his personal kingdom. But Musk's defenders see things very differently. They argue that Tesla is Elon Musk, that without his vision, his risk-taking, and his insane work ethic, the company wouldn't even exist. They say he's not just a CEO, he's an engine that moves entire industries forward. And maybe they're right. Without him, would electric cars have gone mainstream this fast? Would rockets be reusable? Would AI-powered factories even be a serious conversation? Musk's supporters see this trillion-dollar package not as greed, but as fuel, a way to keep the most important innovator of our generation focused on building the future. But make no mistake, this vote is about more than one man's paycheck. It's about what kind of future we're creating. Because when a single individual can amass wealth on the scale of a small nation, it raises questions that go beyond business. It touches democracy, markets, and even the values we claim to believe in. Is capitalism rewarding innovation or feeding a new kind of monarchy? In boardrooms across America, CEOs are watching this vote like hawks. If Tesla shareholders approve the trillion-dollar deal, it sets a new standard, and you can bet others will try to follow. Apple, Amazon, Meta. The next generation of tech giants could start offering pay packages that make even Wall Street blush. But if shareholders reject the plan, it could send shockwaves through the markets. Tesla's stock might tumble, investors could panic, and Musk, in true Musk fashion, might retaliate, maybe even threaten to step down or take Tesla private again. Remember, this is the man who once tweeted that he was considering taking Tesla private at $420 funding secured. That single post nearly got him banned from running any public company. For ordinary people, especially those in the US and Canada who've invested their savings into Tesla stock, this vote could make or break fortunes. Millions have bet on Musk, not just as a CEO, but as a symbol of hope. The man who defied Washington, who went head-to-head with unions, who built rockets while NASA hesitated for many. Musk represents a new kind of American dream, one where audacity pays off. But others see something darker. They see a growing cult of personality, where shareholders and fans treat Musk like a messiah, ignoring his missteps, his scandals, and the way he sometimes toys with global markets with a single tweet. Let's not forget, Musk isn't just building cars and rockets anymore. He's now deeply tied to artificial intelligence, defense contracts, and even social media politics. His company SpaceX controls Starlink, the satellite internet service that's been used in Ukraine, Israel, and beyond. That gives him influence not just in markets, but in global conflicts. Combine that with a trillion-dollar personal fortune and a direct line to world leaders, and you start to see why this isn't just a business story, it's a geopolitical one. Canada is watching too. Tesla has recently expanded into the country, exploring lithium deals, battery partnerships, and AI research hubs. Canadian investors have a stake in this vote literally and figuratively. A trillion-dollar Musk could shift how North American innovation is funded and controlled. Ottawa and Washington both know that Tesla isn't just a car company, it's now a pillar of the green economy, the AI race, and even the US energy transition strategy. Which means this vote has national security implications, not just financial ones. And here's the twist. Even if the shareholders approve this historic deal, it doesn't automatically go through. There are court battles looming in Delaware where Tesla is incorporated, and regulators could still step in. Legal experts warn that such an enormous package could be challenged as a violation of fiduciary duty. In plain English, that means Tesla's board might be accused of acting in Musk's interest, not the shareholders. And if that happens, the whole trillion-dollar dream could collapse overnight. Still, Musk thrives in chaos. Every time people doubt him, he turns it into momentum. When critics mocked Tesla's chances of surviving the 2008 financial crisis, he doubled down. When short sellers bet against him, he turned their losses into his fuel. When governments doubted electric vehicles, he made EVs cool. That's the paradox. The same unpredictability that makes Musk a risk also makes him unstoppable. So, as this vote approaches, investors are holding their breath. Some fear Tesla could lose focus, that Musk's distractions from his political rants on X to his obsession with AI might drag the company off course. Others believe this is exactly what makes him brilliant, his ability to play 10 games at once and still win them all. Either way, this moment marks a turning point. The outcome of this vote won't just decide one man's fortune, it could redefine what leadership, reward, and power mean in the 21st century. If Musk wins, he becomes the world's first trillionaire, a living symbol of how far individual ambition can go. If he loses, it might finally be a wake-up call, a reminder that even in a world obsessed with innovation, there are limits. But here's the truth most won't admit. Musk has already won. Because whether or not the deal passes, he's already shaped the future. He's already changed the way the world thinks about technology, risk, and ambition. The trillion-dollar vote is just the next chapter, and you can bet it won't be the last. So as Tesla shareholders prepare to cast their votes, the world watches. Wall Street, Ottawa, Washington. Everyone knows this decision could echo for decades. It's not just about cars or stocks anymore. It's about who gets to shape the next era of human civilization, governments, or individuals. And in that race, Elon Musk isn't just participating. He's rewriting the rules. Because this isn't just another corporate vote. This is the moment the world decides. Do we crown the first trillionaire, or do we finally draw the line?